Welcome to Rise and Shine Daily Business Tech Boost with me, Charly Leetham. If you're a small business owner looking to simplify technology and get real, actionable advice from someone with 35 years of IT experience, you're in the right place. Every episode, I'll dive into tools and systems like email, CRM, marketing and tracking, and break them down into bite-sized tips you can use right away. Your time is valuable, so let's get straight to the point. It's time to work smarter, not harder. Rise and shine, it's your daily dose of business tech inspiration with me, Charly Leetham. Today is topic or episode number 374, and we're going to talk about incident response plans in cybersecurity. I have, if you've been following along for the last few weeks, been doing a series on cybersecurity and keeping yourself safe in your business and online. Even some of your personal IT safety has been covered. Today, we're going to talk about what an incident response plan is, why you need it, and the things that you need to think about with it. So an incident response plan details how you and your business will respond to a malicious attempt on, or not even just a malicious attempt, a failure of your IT, malicious attempt or failure of your IT within your business. The idea is that it will plan, it helps. We try that again. The idea is that it should minimize your downtime and minimize damage during a cyber incident. You need to have a plan, even if it's a very, very simple one. You need to have a plan. You need to know how you're going to respond so that you can get yourself up and running as quickly as possible and minimize any damage to your business. And damage might be loss of data, it might be access of data, the leaking of privacy information, reputational damage. All of those things sort of go into that damage bucket. So you need a well-prepared plan to minimize downtime and your damage during a cyber incident. Now, you can absolutely go online and download an incident report plan. You can certainly Google it and find one. What I'm going to recommend, as I recommend with any plan or policy that you find online, you need to review that. You can use it as a guideline. It's a great thing to use as a framework, but you need to review that and you need to modify it to reflect what your business does and will do. It's no use having a plan that someone else has put together that this is how our business does it, and then you not do it because that's not how your business does things. It's less than useless for you. It's actually a negative asset for you at this point. But take that framework, sit down and step through all of the things that you need to think about, and I'll go through some of those things shortly, and tailor that for your business. You will find that it gains more acceptance within your team member, your employee, your subcontractor base, because this is how the business works. We can see how this fits into where the business works. If you bring in a plan that says we're going to do all these things, they go, but we don't do these things today, you're not going to get the buy-in on it. So make sure when you're doing your incident report plan, your incident response plan, don't try and say that quickly, that you are actually tailoring it to your business. What do you need to consider in this plan? Well, things like you need to be able to detect that you've had a breach, that you've had a problem. You need to know how you're going to contain the problem. You need to know how you're going to remove it or eradicate the problem. And then you need to know what you need to recover and how you're going to recover from it. 4 steps. I mean, it sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? You need to dig down on each of those. The detection comes, if you go back through any of the episodes I've done recently, you'll hear me talking about, monitor logs, review access logs, look at emails that are being sent back and forwards, check your sent emails, look at the emails you're getting in to say, this doesn't look right. Why am I getting emails asking me to pay invoices? There are reporting programs that will also help you detect wrong or suspicious access to your systems. Containment could be automated. It probably is automated to a degree, but then you'll need to go through and work out what else needs to be turned off, turned on, what permissions need to be removed, what files or accesses need to be removed so that you can contain this threat. Then how do you actually remove the threat entirely or reduce the threat down to manageable levels of threat of risk? And then finally, how do you recover? How do you get that data back? How do you tell people that their data has been leaked? And that's a terrible thing to have to tell people, but we do have mandatory reporting laws in Australia, so make sure you know what they are and that you're meeting them. How do you find data that's been deleted? If you've sent money out for payments, how do you get that money back? Can you get that money back? If you've been sent an invoice that wasn't for your business because someone has spoofed your business, or a company has just sent out a bogus invoice that someone has paid because it looked right. So there's the 4 things that you need to consider: detection, containment, removal or eradication, and recovery. Once you understand all of those elements and what is within those elements, and I really recommend going through those elements. I do top down, bottom up approaches to most of my things. So it's okay, what are the top level things that I need to think about? Dot point. Come back from the bottom. What are the things I need to think about? More dot points. Then I start to move things around into groups and grouping them together. Then I dig down into each of those groups. Once you've got those groups sorted and you've got all the things within them, you need to assign roles and responsibilities for each stage of the incident management. Who's responsible for this section? Who's involved in it? What's the reporting that is required? What are the actions that they are required to take within their phase or stage of the incident management team? Finally, once you've got all this, and it's beautiful, it's a nice, bright, shiny policy and procedure that you've got up in your company documentation. It's no use leaving it there to gain dust and only come out when an incident occurs. You need to regularly test the plan with simulations, whether that's tabletop exercises so that you can evaluate and refine the process that you've got, whether it is actually simulating a breach and seeing how people respond to it, whether they're using that policy, whether they go, we're just going to panic and do our own thing, and you've got to remind them that that policy is there. And then when you've got all of those things that come out of those tests and those simulations and those reviews, make sure you go back and update your plan with the insights that you found from it. Remember also that what works today may not work tomorrow, or there may be other things available to you that make it easier to do a portion of one of these stages, because technology moves on. Tools, there are new tools that come out all the time. Some tools actually disappear and you might not know that until you go to use it and go, where's that tool? Oh, it's not there anymore. What do I do with it? That's why reviewing and testing your plan is a really important thing to do. So incident response plans are a critical part of your business. I know I talk a lot about writing policies. I talk a lot about writing procedures. Talk about a lot about doing things that you may never need to do. But trust me when I say that having something that you may never need is better than not having it when you need it. So incident response plan covers detection, containment, removal or eradication, and recovery. You need to have roles and responsibilities for each stage of that incident management plan. And then once you've got that written, you need to go through, test it regularly, review it, and update it. How do you guys feel about that? I know it's kind of these are really dry things to do, and sometimes you get a bit confused. I don't know what I need to do. Reach out to someone. You can reach out to someone like me. I can sit down and walk you through with things. I can give you some consulting time. I can do some needs analysis and some scoping studies with you about what needs to go into it, how you might handle it, what tools are available, what sort of things you can and can't do in certain parts of the planning of the process. If it's not me, there are other organizations out there that do it as well, and they would love to help you out. That's what they do. That's their whole bread and butter. Use someone else's brain power to do the things that you're not quite sure of. That's always my motto. Save myself a few hours by getting someone else to do it so I can go and focus on other things that will bring more money in the door. It's a simple process. All right, so let me know what you think. Comments wherever you are listening to or watching this video. You can send me a DM on any of our social media channels. You can join my locals community and join the discussion there. askcharlyleetham.locals.com. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell when you get chance. That way you will find out when I drop more content. And tomorrow we're going to talk about how to secure our business's supply chain. It's a good topic. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hey there, thanks so much for tuning in to Rise and Shine, your daily business tech boost. I hope today's episode gave you some actionable insights that will make your business tech work smarter for you. If you found value, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with other small business owners who could use a daily boost. For more tips, tools, and resources, visit www.askcharlyleetham.com. Until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and let's make tech simple together.